Over the past years, I've edited thousands of videos, and I can summarize the entire process in just 2 words. They take ages to edit. That wasn't 2 words. All those silence cuts, adding extra effects, editing audio. Basically, a 10-minute video would turn into a 4-hour disaster. In this video, I'll show you how this AI tool cuts your raw footage into a ready-to-use video in just a few minutes. But to keep the sexy claim a few minutes, I'll show you how to actually prepare your footage so that it actually takes a few minutes. So the tool for this video is called Runway. It is basically a web-based video editor. I can advertise it forever. Obviously, I'm not sponsored. However, here's what you need to know as a small creator. First, it is completely free for HD exports, so 720p, without a watermark. Second, it is as fast as people who were running away from ostriches during the Australian War. So that's pretty fast. And considering it is made for 4K footage, that is a really good choice. And 3, it has 30 plus AI magic tools, as you can see here. However, the one we are interested in, and that is the main part of the video, is called Removing Silence. It is pretty reddish, so it's kind of easy to identify. So once you go here, you have the option to either upload the file or choose one of your previous assets. So I've been using Runway for a while, so I have all my assets here. So the best part about this is you can literally drag any file size, and I've been trying file size of 5 gigabytes, even 7 gigabytes at some point, because many video editors like Capwing, they have restrictions, so this one does not have them at all. Even though the free subscription plan, it has 5 gigabytes max assets, I think I'm keeping their 30 probably at this point, so I don't know why it doesn't mark me. However, just I guess keep using it before they actually flag you. So here is how the interface looks. It takes a minute to actually load the video. So here's our video, and you can replay it here. That was an introduction from one of my videos. So you have here 2 things, I can't count, I'm sorry. You have threshold, and basically this indicates the level of volume that you actually want to remove. And then you have padding. Padding is basically how many seconds you would like between cuts, so it feels more normal, so it doesn't feel abrupt. So you can add, I usually go for something like 0.4. And the threshold, and here's the best part. Once you drag the threshold at the bottom, you will start seeing red things. Basically those red parts, they indicate the parts that will be cut out. So you can drag as much as you want. So what you want to do is you want to replay the video and just feel for yourself. So after a bit of tweaking, 25 and 0.5, they actually look really good to me just by the feeling. So for example, you see those blank spaces, that's when I say nothing, it gets cut out immediately. And if you actually have blank spaces, that means no matter the threshold, they will be cut out. So it is even better. I was just trying to play with those small areas. So all you have to do now is you just click remove silence. And here they give you a preview of the video. That is finally the best part. You can either export or start over. However, my thing is I always have glitches when I preview the video here. So what I would advise is to download it and then preview it there, because it glitches a lot for some reason. So let's export it, again 720p, that is something that is available for free. And once you click export, it navigates you to assets. And here you can just download the last video, it says a few seconds ago. So that is exactly what we need. So here's the final result. After we did the remove silence.
If you are a graphic designer or you've come across image editing tools, first thing you might have noticed that they're very expensive. And second, when you use something like Canva,
As you can see, there are no more silences, and it actually looks like a ready-to-be-used video. So we reduced the footage from 30 seconds, I believe, to just 10. And now you can actually upload it, and as a small creator, that is literally enough just to share value. So to take it a step further, you would just create your first project, do video composition here, and you can see it is right here, so we can just put it right here. You can further edit it. However, here's what I recommend. Again, there are a lot of magic tools, but as a small creator, I don't really touch them. However, in the audio section, you have clean audio. So it's right here. So you can literally click clean audio. It does take a bit of time to process. Basically, it is to further improve your audio. If it sounds a bit messy or there are a lot of sounds that are happening in the background, this is literally all you would need. All right, it actually took me just 20 seconds. So let's see now.
if you are a graphic designer, you've come across image editing.
Yeah, so basically now it just sounds clean. It's cut. and you can either publish it straight away. And yeah, that is pretty much it. So you can literally end the video here. However, the problem with this method is to actually use it, you would need to have one track, and you would have the track with the audio, you would have the track with the camera, and basically the screen recording. For example, I use my phone and I have a lot of tracks. However, I have joined all the tracks together, and I'm about to show you really quickly how to actually make it work. And that is the most important part. So first of all, what you would need to do is you would need to use a software that can combine a lot of scenes. And for me, I use OBS, as you can see here. I actually just use OBS, and I have 3 scenes, which is screen plus camera, screen only, which looks like this, and I use it for my B-roll. That is literally an easy alternative to cut or put on your B-roll footage on top of your track. So instead of editing it, you can just click it here, and you have the camera only. I did quite a bit of research, and I figured out Streamlabs works just as fine, and I'm talking about macOS and Windows right now, because you can combine all the scenes together there as well. And that brings us to the camera now. So if you're a cheapskate like me, I use my phone as my camera, and that is connected to my PC. And the wonderful part is my phone is Android and I'm using Mac. It works almost perfectly, and I'm about to show you how. But for this, you would need an external program that actually supports that feature. So the program is called Camel Studio. And the thing is, there are other programs like DroidCam, and even though like they are free, this is also free. However, it supports macOS, it supports Windows, it supports Android, and it supports iOS. So no matter what your device, it is gonna work, and it has a plugin for OBS. So it is a perfect solution, so you don't have to look any further. And the fun part is, if you have Android, you would have full HD footage for free. However, if you have iPhone, you would have HD footage for free. And that comes without a watermark, just like I'm using now. So here is how to install it. So you can actually go into other platforms here, and as you can see, it is available on App Store and on Google Play. So you have to download it on your phone, and then you would have to download it on your Mac or Windows. The program itself looks like this. And once you install it and go through all the steps, basically the interface looks like this. It is super simple. However, you don't need anything from here. I can even close it down. The only thing you would need is download it on the phone. So on the left hand side, you can see that is how the interface looks like. You then press continue. You have to allow your camera and allow your microphone. So once you get to the screen, now I will show you how to connect it wirelessly, just for example, just because I'm using the cable version from my other phone. So in the top right, you have 3 buttons, and you would click on the third one, which looks like a wireless connection. You would click connect device, which pops up in the middle when you don't have any devices, and it shows the QR code. And basically with your phone, you just scan the QR code, and in just a few minutes, you will see the phone appearing. So just because I have 2 devices, I'm gonna switch now to Galaxy S10. Alright, and this is how my phone looks like. However, yeah, it's quite messy there. Here are things you need to know. At the top left, you only need a few options. Mode, you have normal and you have basic portrait. When you use basic portrait, it adds a blur, but I usually use normal, and that comes without a blur. So then lens, I would not touch it. Wide is just enough unless you want ultra wide. So this is how it looks like when you have the ultra wide, just a messy desktop. However, I usually keep it at wide just because it's enough, plus it's the same megapixels. So, however, here it tells me that I have it, but when I click on it, I just get dark screen. So the next part comes focus. And focus is just basically for you to play around. So for example, I have this cup, so I would either increase or decrease just to see how cup is more focused. Yeah, I think that is good, but I actually leave it always auto. And then we have the resolution. Again, it's full HD here for free, and I think it's because I'm using Android. Last time I used iPhone and I only had HD for free, but still both are really good, just because when you're in this mode, you can see the camera is super small, so at the top right in the circle, so it's not fully visible, the difference, so you can keep it as a small creator. And then you have the microphone. So there are different ways to go about it. Right now, I'm using the microphone connected to my PC, which is part of my OBS. Just because my phone is connected to the Camel Studio, it sees the microphone, so I can either use it for my phone or I can use it in my computer. Whichever you prefer, you might as well connect your microphone straight to the phone. And last, and this is the best part, is removing the watermark. You only need to press this first overlay, and yeah, that's it. I just switched my phone to landscape mode, just because both are supported, and I put it in the rough position where my actual phone is. So yeah, that is pretty much it. Now you have the footage, so that gets us to how to actually connect this footage to OBS. So let's drag the OBS to the screen. So as you can see in the 3 scenes, I only have camera in the 2. What you would do is you would click the plus, and then you would go into video capture device. So that brings us this window, and inside you have 2 options, device and preset. So you open up device and you choose camera, and that gets you just the camera that is, because the plugin is already installed. And then a bit lower you have the preset, and all you have to do is choose the highest quality there is available, and yeah, that is pretty much it. And then you can have different scenes. So for example, I have a screen plus camera, which is what you see right now. It has all my things in one place, and it has the camera pointing at me. Then I have the screen only, which you can use as your B-roll footage, and that is basically just display capture without video. And then I have the camera only, and that is for what I use, for example, in the middle of the footage when I just want to talk to you guys, at the end or at the beginning. And that brings us to the end of the video. So as you can see, this way we have all the footage in just one track, and this way we with all the animations, just the transitions that are happening between the scenes you have in OBS. And this way you can just upload the footage you have to Runway, remove the silences, maybe work with the video just a little bit. Let me know if you want to know how I actually add audio to my clips without using a video editor. I actually have something called Stream Deck, and it's a software I'll link in the description. I'm not sponsored. And there you can have things like audio, which when you press audio plays, this way you don't have to add it in your video editor. You can change the scenes without using your mouse. You can just do it on the phone. But yeah, this way AI completely edits the footage for you. All you have to do is relax, take a martini glass and go to the beach. For bigger videos, it takes more time. However, it is so worth it. Thanks for watching the video, and I'll see you in the next one.